This video provides an overview of the INDRA model. For more information, please consult the Coastal Risk Assessment Framework Guidance document available on the RISC-KIt website. The INDRA model is the impact assessment used in the Coastal Risk Assessment Framework Phase 2. The CRAF identified and ranked hotspots within a regional coastal setting. The INDRA model uses the source pathway receptor consequences model by considering the direct exposure of receptors and their vulnerability to different hazards. They also consider higher order of losses, spatial and temporal indirect impact. The model also considers the resilience and recovery of these receptors, which means the ability for a system, for instance, to return to its initial state. 3 techniques are used in the INDRA model to do the assessment: a susceptibility-based approach, a matrix-based approach, and a network analysis. The techniques have been used for different indicators considering the available knowledge and data and skills required to perform such assessment. Standardized indicators are calculated using INDRA. How do we compare this hotspot then? Well, the table on this slide shows you the different type of indicators used in INDRA. For households property, instead of just looking at the potential impact on the property, the direct impact, the model will consider the potential impact in terms of house displacement and the financial recovery of the household. The model also considers the risk to life. The model assesses the potential recovery of ecosystem rather than simply the damage to ecosystem. For non-residential property, the model will also assess the financial recovery as well as the potential business disruption. The model also assesses the potential transport disruption and utility service disruption. And all of these impacts are inputted in the multi-criteria analysis. These figures provide you an overview of the impact assessment process in INDRA. Hazard information are inputting in INDRA. The hazard can be flood with information on the depth velocity, the duration, or the wave of the flood. Potential erosion with change in the shoreline can also be inputted in the model. Overwash can also be used as potential hazard in the model. Then information on receptor are provided in the model. Different categories are considered: ecosystem, households, businesses, and other receptor. Utilities and transport are also inputted in the model. Then the model uses vulnerability indicators available from the vulnerability library to assess various direct impact. Some of these direct impacts are directly converted into an impact indicators. This is the case for risk to life and ecosystem recovery, using the susceptibility-based approach. Other indicators are derived from the direct impact using the semi-qualitative matrix-based approach. It's the case for household displacement, household financial recovery, and business financial recovery. For household displacement, time in alternative accommodation matrix are used to do the assessment. For the financial recovery, insurance metrics are used. Finally, network analysis techniques are used to assess the disruption to specific network, business supply chain network, utilities network, and transport network. All these indicators are then scored between 0 and 1, 1 being the worst case situation, as can be seen here on this diagram. These indicators are then combined with different weighting factors provided by end users in order to calculate a final score for each hotspot. The multi-criteria analysis standardizes the criteria in commensurate units. So a value of 0 indicates no disruption, where a value of 1 indicates a maximum disruption. The process is slightly different depending on the indicators we are considering. For household displacement, household financial recovery, business financial recovery, the indicator is calculating within the whole region population of the considered land use receptor. A value of 1 indicates that all receptors are scored with the maximum impact value, where a value 0 means that none of them are impacted. Similar approach is used for ecosystem recovery and risk to life, but in this case is the surface of land use that is considered rather than the number of property. For regional business disruption, regional utility service disruption, and regional transport service disruption, specific indicators are integrated over the period of simulation. More information are provided on the other videos describing in detail how the impact assessment is made for the specific indicators. The INDRA model has been developed using the NetLogo free software. This software needs to be downloaded to be able to use the INDRA model. The INDRA model is available on the RISC-KIt website with examples of data. Various files will be required to be used in the INDRA. Most of them are shape files or text files. Please be aware that the INDRA requires lots of preparation and thinking in terms of input of data. But once the data are ready and go into the model, the calculation is quite fast and the outputs are directly normalized and comparable using the multi-criteria analysis. INDRA provides map interface and plots to visualize the results. The user also the opportunity to export the results in different output text files,